Hello angels, welcome back to another beaded embroidery. We're going to be making another bead embroidery bag. It's the same bag but just a different color. They're only $6 on Amazon, so I think I probably bought 4 or 5 because I like making these different theme, different everything. It's pretty cute. So I'm going to link below everything that I'm going to be using in this video, and I'm going to put it on the screen so that you guys can see it as well. So we're going to start off with some needle and thread. We have several different beads. This bag is going to be very colorful. We're doing a beach theme, so I have basically every single color. I already traced out the image that I want. I can't draw, so I had the image on Google. I traced out whatever I wanted. I got some palm tree. I got some people relaxing at the beach. I'm going to add some coconuts, some birds. Eventually, I'm going to fill up this bag as best as I possibly can. So I already have the image. These are removable water sticky removable paper. I think that's what it's called. So now I'm just pinning down there the image onto the bag so that it'll be easy for me to just bead it on there. Eventually I'm gonna have to be switching these around several times because I didn't quite know how I wanted everything to laid out, how I wanted everything to look. So I was just trying to see how it's going to be looking. I definitely knew that I wanted both of the palm trees on there. It's just going to give it more volume and more look. And the lady that is lying down on the beach, it has to be pretty detailed, and I haven't gotten that good at detailing, doing beaded embroidery detail. It just doesn't work out great for me. I think it's because of the size of the beads, or the different type of beads that I'm using. Because with the mixed bead that I bought from Amazon, it comes in different shapes, different size, different colors, and I don't know. Definitely need to look into getting different type of beads. I think that would make it much easier, especially when it comes to the little fine details. I need like smaller beads so that it could pop more, if that makes sense. So I'm starting to figure out how I want the image to lay it out. So I decided that I wanted her to be laying underneath both of the palm trees. And then she's going to have her coconuts. She's just going to be relaxing at the beach. That's the best way to describe it. So I'm just pinning down everything on there so that nothing is moving around when I'm starting to sew everything down with the beads. And that's pretty much it. I had to redo this like a few times, but I eventually got it. Make sure to pin down the image on there perfectly. I pin down every corner, every edge. Even though it is sticky, it's not going to be sticking on there until I fully secured it on there. Eventually, like after like a few days, because it took me days to make this, that image is going to stick on there perfectly and I won't need a pin. Or is it because I sew it down? Either way, just need to make sure to pin it on there perfectly. So now we're going with the other palm tree. I like this style better. I should have did the same thing for the first one. This one looks more realistic, especially with a little tiny one at the corner. Now I'm just seeing how everything looks. That's supposed to be a coconut. So some of the stuff that I drew on here throughout while I'm beading this, I'm deciding if some stuff is going to stay, if some stuff is eventually going to have to go. As I was making this bag, I was adding and I was also taking away some stuff as well, as ideas and stuff like that was coming to me. Because mind you, this took me days, weeks, I think 2 weeks. Maybe I'm just over exaggerating. But every day I was working on something. Either the palm tree, the lady sitting at the beach, the bird, like anything. I was always working on something. So it definitely took a while. Plus I was doing this all by hand. So it took a good minute. Patience. This is for somebody who is just very patient, to be very honest. So this is the second palm tree I decided to go with, and it looks gorgeous. Just pinning it down. Sorry about the car alarm that's going on outside. And it's looking good. And all those beads that you see laying around the corner, eventually I'm going to be using all of them. All of these little colors from every one of them. And I also got this one as well. And voila, a close-up of how everything looks. And this is just how it looks pinned down. Just a final look before I start beading everything on there. So now I'm starting off with the leaf of the palm tree. So the way how I do this is I always go around the edge with the beads and then fill it in. And here's a look of it. Looking good, looking good. And decided to add on there a little bird. And now I'm doing a coconut. So with my needle and thread, I'm just going to be placing on there the beads. Loading on there the beads onto the needle. And then you just sew everything down. You have to sew in between of every single bead that you place on there so that nothing, the beads is not lifting up, the beads is not moving, everything is sitting on there securely. And I decided that I want to add the little sun in the corner. It's just a fun day at the beach. What's next? And I started with the bird. I definitely should have went with black. I think the color that I used was like a dark blue. And I should have I should have stuck with the theme of the long beads on the bird. It would have looked so perfect. Everything else, I was just using a long bead. I think would have made it better, but yeah, it's fine. So with the birds, every second bead, that's what I'm going to be sewing down. And now I'm just placing on there some more beads onto the needle and sewing everything down, and keep doing it until I completely cover it. And this is just how it looks. I should probably just left it just the way how it was, but I filled in the bird as well. So this is just in the night. I wanted to finish the palm tree before I went to bed. I work on this morning, noon, and night, basically. So every bead that I place on there, I'm just sewing it down. So that's what I'm doing right here, just giving you guys a closer look at it. Obviously the video is very sped up because you're beading something by hand, you're sewing something by hand. It's going to be taking a minute. It looks like if I'm working very fast, but trust me, I am not. The thread kept on getting stuck because of how long the beads were. Kept on getting stuck on there, so I had to be moving it around. And I was using my finger to guide the needle so I know where it was, so I could just push it up. So now I'm starting with a little stem. Is that what it's called? Oh, this is very much sped up. This is the inside of the bag. You can see how I'm sewing everything down. So I'm not showing you guys how much of the green I have, because I still need to fill in all of that. I can't just leave it blank. It just looks so naked. It doesn't look full. So yeah, you see how much thread I have? That is way too much thread, and it kept on getting stuck. But I didn't want to keep on having to re-thread the needle. It was killing my poor eyes. Look at how pretty it looks. It looks gorgeous in the sun. This was Sunday, so I had my Sunday dinner, and it's coming together pretty good. And this is the night I finally finished it. It looks so good. This tree turned out absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. And I decided that I wanted to add on there a kite and then 2 coconut at the bottom. So this is Monday. Reheat my food. Sunday, Monday dinner. And I just finished the kite. The kite looks stunning. I don't know, I'm showing you guys the food. But this is the kite. And I'm starting on the coconut as well while I'm having some ice cream. So I was definitely taking breaks in between because it was hurting my back. It was hurting my finger. I kept on poking my finger over and over again. I'm surprised that there's not blood on this thing. And I decided I wanted to add on there a pizza. I finished the 2 little coconuts at the bottom. And now I'm started with this other palm tree. I'm filling it in. I didn't like it. It's not like I didn't like it. I was just tired. So I'm working on something else. And I'm having my dinner. And I decided to start the lady at the beach. I was going to use those little tiny brown, tiny beads. But I was like, let's just stick with the theme of using the long beads. So that's what I did. I started tracing her out. And then I started doing the swimsuit that she's wearing. And that's just how it looks. So I finished the swimsuits. Now I'm starting the book that's covering her face. I should have definitely used another color. But the thing is, with this bead, it was holographic. So that's why I was like, okay, that may be a good look. That probably looks good, but I didn't like it. I should have probably went with a brighter color for the book. But it is how it is. I finished the little coconut that she's going to be drinking. And now I'm working on a blanket. I'm going to be using the 2 different types of purple that I have. And it's looking good. And here's a little update. So I'm threading on there the 2 different colors. And that's how I'm doing it. And then just sew it down. And I'm finally finished with the blanket. The blanket looks pretty good. And I decided I wanted to have a surfboard at the corner. And these are little images that I drew up as well, because I want to add some more stuff around her while I'm eating my watermelon. The only thing I would have done with the surfboard was do a little design, like a little zigzag, something brighter and more fuller. Okay, so now it's time for the sandals at the beach. I decided to go with this red holographic bead. So I'm just sewing around the corner. This first one looked like a sandal. The second one, I don't know what went wrong. I was just leaning to a side. And then I decided to do little stars. They're not stars. And I got hungry. Obviously, it's Sunday. So, Sunday dinner. That's about it. So I decided that the pizza probably wasn't a good idea. It didn't fit the theme of the beach. So I decided to do a sandcastle. So that's what I'm going to start beading next. And that's just how it looks. I'm just doing the outline. I did the flag. It looks cute. I like the way it started out. So last night I finished the sandcastle. I did the outline. I was going to fill it in with a gold, but I realized that the detailing was disappearing. So I just let it be how it was. And I finally finished the coconut tree and everything turned out great. Now we can wash off the transfer paper. And then we just have the beaded applique on there. Good morning, guys. I left this overnight for it to dry. It is still wet. Wet. But I just wanted to film this part of the video so you guys can see how it looks. I add on back on there the train that the bag came with. And this is how she is looking. Absolutely stunning, absolutely gorgeous. It's not showing on camera, but these long beads are, I wouldn't call them holographic, but anytime that light or the sunlight hit it, it just reflects. It looks absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, it just looks so gorgeous. I love it. It's so bad. It just looks so cute. Let me put something in the bag so you guys can see the shape. Hold on. this is the bag. So it's looking flimsy. I wouldn't call it flimsy, but yeah. Okay, so I just put some stuff in the bag so that it can have some type of shape to it, so you guys can see better of how it looks. Let me just say, I didn't actually want to finish this bag because I thought that it was just turning out a hot mess. But I am so happy that I finished it because just look at it. It looks so cute. Obviously, I made like a few mistakes, but it just looks great. I like it. And the fact that this is just my second bag that I've made so far, 10, 10, 10 across the board. Ooh, you can see the light hitting the bag. Gorgeous. Look at the sunflowers. So pretty. Love it. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!